Hello and welcome to Business Insider with Mario Toneguzzi on YYC Business. Joining me today is Kendall Brown, who is market and rental analyst in Alberta for Urban Analytics. Thanks for joining us today, Kendall.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's talk about your report that has been released on the second quarter in Calgary on the new purpose rental market in the city. I want to talk first of all about vacancy. It's showing vacancy at 11.5%. It's down 1% from the last quarter, but up or decreased 4.5%, sorry, from a year ago. Tell me what's happening in terms of vacancy in that market right now.
Yeah, so this was the lowest vacancy that we have seen since the third quarter of 2019. So that is definitely positive, especially with the 9 new projects that launched this quarter, bringing just over 1,200 new units to the market. There are a couple of reasons for this decrease in vacancy. We are mostly seeing prospective tenants returning back to the market. So students are coming back to Calgary in anticipation of in-person learning at the universities. We are also seeing homeowners taking advantage of the seller's market right now and getting out of the market while the housing prices are at a high. And right now they're just choosing to rent at some of the higher end rental projects in the city, just while they decide on their next steps or wait for the market to kind of cool off a bit before making another purchase and jumping back in. We are also seeing young professionals moving back into the downtown core as offices return into work.
Okay, let's look at the average per square foot for rents, increased 3% from the previous quarter. What's happening with rents and why?
Yeah, so rents have been steadily increasing since the beginning of the year, with, as you mentioned, a 3% increase from the last quarter. We are seeing this increase mostly due to developers pulling back on the amount of incentives being offered.
Oh, okay then. And when you look at the demand overall, a couple things of where that demand is coming from. First, from a geographic perspective, where are we seeing people wanting to rent these days in Calgary?
We are definitely seeing the inner submarkets. Definitely the Kensington, Bridgeland, Marda Loop areas are doing quite well. They have had quite a number of project launches over the last couple of quarters. So there's quite a lot of new supply in those areas, definitely at a higher price point, but they're luxury buildings with a lot of amenities, which is definitely attracting some prospective tenants.
Okay, and what about the demographics of demand? Who are the buyers out there?
So as of right now,
sorry, the renters.
Yeah, so we're seeing a mix, honestly. So we are seeing young professionals. We're seeing students come back for the first time in a couple quarters. We are seeing some families moving out into the outer submarkets. We are also seeing snowbirds, downsizers. As I mentioned before, we are seeing a bit of an older demographic just in the inner submarkets as homeowners, older couples, older professionals are selling their houses while the market's hot and kind of getting into the rental market in the inner submarkets.
Okay, then, and can you talk a little bit, Kendall, about the role amenities plays right now in people's interest in renting? You know, it seems to me that a lot of these projects have a lot of cool things that they're offering people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, amenities are definitely a big draw for the purpose-built rental buildings. We are seeing gyms, rooftop lounges. Aris just launched downtown, which has an indoor pool. We're kind of seeing those amenities draw in renters, more of the lounge type social settings as well.
Anything that struck your interest that you thought was pretty cool that you hadn't seen in the market that much of?
Well, in Aris, for sure, we haven't seen an indoor pool in quite a while. Also, Dominion has some very beautiful amenities. They have a gorgeous, massive gym, which is quite nice.
Okay, super.
Yeah.
And last thing I wanted to ask you about was the construction. Where are we at with that in terms of the amount of projects that are out there, and what we can expect in the future and why?
Yeah, so there are, sorry, I'm just gonna pull up the number. Oh, there are currently 105 development permits that we are monitoring, with about 20 of them that we anticipate will be coming to the market in the next couple years. So that's just under 5,000 new units. A lot of those units are coming into the Beltline. We have seen over the last couple of years, just as the condo market was kind of starting to slow down, a lot of those developers were converting their condo projects into rental. And so we are seeing those buildings under construction right now, and they will likely be coming to the market, in the next couple of quarters.
Okay, super then. All right, Kendall, I appreciate your time and help in this. Thank you very much. And that was Kendall Brown, Market and Rental Analyst for Alberta for Urban Analytics. This has been Business Insider with Mario Toneguzzi on YYC Business. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.